Hi, me again. I said I would come back to you with my first video and tell you about the skincare regime that I use every day. So obviously I'm going to start with washing my face because this is morning and this is evening. So if I've had a face on, I'll use this, which is a chamomile butter. So you put it on, I'll show you if I can get it open. There we go, that would be great for my second ever video. So if you get it open, it looks a little bit like shaving cream, or it has the consistency, I suppose, of like a hair wax, but very nice, clean smelling scent, and it's quite thick. So it goes on in quite a thin layer across the face with makeup, and you rub it in just a little bit, and then I use a nice warm flannel all over to take it off. And it takes off eye makeup really well, it takes off foundation, but my favourite part is that your face doesn't feel really tight and really sore afterwards like it can do when you've stripped it down. If I don't have a face on, which I don't invariably, I use a tea tree face wash. You can have this one's like a gel, and it foams in your hands, or we also do a pump action that comes out as foam if you prefer that. So I just use a little bit, sort of pea-sized amount in the foam palm of my hand, add a little bit of warm water, make it into a foam, clean my face, douche it, and I'm done. So that's what I've done already off camera, because I thought having water near a Mac probably wasn't the best idea I'd ever had. So the next part we're going to do together. So I've got tea tree solution, because no one has perfect skin, and even at my age, although I didn't expect to have spots, I still do. So this one comes with a dropper pipette. So I'm just going to put a little bit, if you can see that, and I'm just going to use it under my chin, which is where my problem areas seem to be, and a little bit on each cheek, which again is where my problem areas seem to be. So this lasts, well, you use a really small amount of product, so this lasts probably 3.5, 4 months for me, and that's a current product that we have. So I've put that on, and then I have the Drops of Youth Essence, easy for some to say, which I use all over my face. Now there's no reason why you have to use one range or the other. You can mix and match as much as you like. So I use the tea tree for my problem areas, and then for the rest of my face I use Drops of Youth. So this one is a gel to liquid formula, and it has the bottle at the top. So again, I use quite a small amount. There. Rub it, and it goes everywhere. And it's got a lovely sort of fresh, fruity, natural sort of scent that isn't particularly overpowering. Now I haven't used a great deal, but that feels lovely, and it feels hydrated straight away. And you can see that my skin obviously looks a little bit more hydrated already, and the advice is that you give that a minute or so to soak in before you do your final step, which is a serum, which I'll talk about in a second. But on a night time, or in the morning if you want a little boost, we also have this, which is a bouncy eye mask. So we can use this. This has got a lid, and this is much more of a gel formula. So I'll use this on a night time, just a thin layer around the tops of my eyes and underneath my eyes, just to freshen me up a little bit more for when I wake up in the morning. So that feels nice now. So this is Drops of Youth, and I've only got a tiny little bit left, so you can see that this is a popular one for me. It's another dropper pipette. So what I find is, generally speaking, I've got enough product on the dropper without worrying about touching the contents of the bottle. Now, this is called, colloquially, by the staff and the customers who use it, as Botox in a bottle. So I use it just on my problem area, so just under my eyes, where I'm seeing the lines and things of being a mum, being a teacher, being a wife, anything you like. So I've just put a tiny amount there across my forehead and underneath my eyes, and I'm going to give that a minute to soak in. But you can use this on your laughter lines down here, on creases. You can use this on your décolletage, anywhere that you want to use it. But because it's the serum, I'm using it just in key areas. And then what I always need, because especially as the weather's starting to get colder, moving away from my face, is my hands. So I always have a large selection of hand creams. So today I'm going to do a little bit of almond, because it's really important as the temperature drops to look after your hands, because I don't know about you, but once it starts to get cold, my hands start and get really sore. So you need to use a good quality hand cream. All of ours are natural ingredients, no animal testing. You've got a very exhaustive selection of hand creams of what you can have. I've got almond this morning. And just make sure that it's in all of your dry areas, which for me tends to be here. Pay attention to around your nails, and mine are quite sparkly today. And my face feels a lot more comfortable, feels a lot more moisturised. And then if it was a work day, I'd start and get dressed, I'd start and put my face on. But as it's Sunday, I think it's just a lazy day for us. So the next thing I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to be looking at peels. Some of the liquid peels that I looked at with a lot of ladies last night at my party. If there's anything you want me to look at specifically, give me a shout. Bye for now.